O man Ghana de so na di kan o isan se nkoma na ebedie no yense bebre na minum se ye kan no o man ye ntira me kwa me ye ma metumi se bi a me nda asoe we ano ana se me ha me so madwuma ne se be dia me hu no meka nti me ma play me role nti wo nso a dibre no wo nsa no mo so play ye wo de na fe ye nhwe na ye nka mom na o man no enye ye ya eyiyi ema ye nyina nyade a ye bi yobi afiri mu ye nyina ye ka ho bi na fi ye na aye kama enne enkomo ebedie no enkwada ne na nam kwa ho a ye ka ho asema kan ewu ma ye be videos bi dia frafra na mahwe na enkwada bi entienti a na obehye ka na entienti wo kura ye driver nko ho se nipa ho ti so chembe asemi ko ba mi driver na bi blame ana se hwan e na mo bi blame no eno eye samu a ye be kan ho asam papa na no pensan se na ye ba na ye giga ani aba betina ha na ansa na no ene eye Ivani oye osei wusu ene eye wawoda Ivani oye osei wusu ene eye wawoda efri maame tiwa boaten o maame ehwo na efri na o maame se wodo papa de waka nyina ne se nyi na beye pani pa na daachi otumi ahwe no akaye nyina so bi na aye fefefe baku bi wa na mpesa nka mehwe na nka meka na etumi edi nkomo na mehwe amihu ade so de akofa hini a asembe gure anyway se minya hu ne dia dan ya mehu no kan mehu na ha mehu no ena eye Mrs. Margaret Odum Donko wo Church of Pentecost Emmanuel Assembly wo Kaneshi District ena eye wa wo the Mrs. Margaret Odum Donko ena wa wo the happy birthday from your husband Elder Bright Odum Donko ene busheni nyina na asafo manyina ho se omuma happy birthday papa mu pa ena yenkomodi a ibedie sa medikan aboboso de akere mu no nde behwe nkwada agina kwan ho sesreska hwe mu ye bia na omanimu a wo mu mfia na nim so mu fia mpo a so esese etena se ba dum pepe so aduri ntia daily graphic bi sa say aso adena agency mu ana authorities aya helpless ana it started from somewhere and abedu bebe aduri it is like start here na ketu ana mo bi a I don't think say anka ye be brese de na ye bre nti ene sasam yi ye bedi ho nkomo ye pa na afa no achi nso an Robert nsian ya che omfoni wo daily guide anim wo ha hwe omanimu a wo mo hyeda enyini sa kora wo mo hyeda enyini ye be bubudin na fe ya hwe na enfidodo nso omadi na asefo no eno so ye de aka ho aha omudin wa ha nti eno so ye be hwe na ye de no so aka ho na ye de ho nkomo na andope na fe mampeni amanebo a aba adobo krata wodo no bibredi aba daily post credit aba mfoni ni wa ha se mampeni na nado dan kwakufu ado na se bi to dwa so wotu kwankwa manone no ko chata aluku bi ye wiemhye bi a ye kama pa na omo kaso kodware wo yokodware wo hu sam no ye still na omo ankan kakra for asabebo mu ene se mampeni ko UK ene Germany na senya no osan ko chata flight bi a ka obo ho no 3.46 million Ghana cedis ene ka obo ye sa wiemhye so dwae wo bi empa wo je se bibia wo timu ase da wo fie pepepe na o che se so mampeni ba so ka so oba bebo o mai sika ho ban na ye sika enyunu mu wa no eno ho adwuma na wo ye ya na itene ho no nkomo na ebedi ene anope na ene ema edi wo mo hyehyɛ so pa ma enti no so mo ye eyi no wo mo di so pepepepe do we di so no ni din no ene na ka besa meka na meka ba achempem ha
omo fanga ho
yes na ya achempem gentua wono na eye general secretary ema Kwame Nkrumah party CPP na ya achempem gentua wono wo menche wo ha ono obedi kan kamensa wo ha nche ono na mene be ya wo ma ka no mo ba na ye no mo ato so Nurudin Abbas and this Ashanti Regional Communication Officer if you can so be bonya meka yensa and afi owura Charles Cromwell onua wonto na na benyin bisiu wono Western Regional Secretary ma NPP wono so if you can so wobeba wonya mayi mama me nua ba me bibi akwa ba ohima na te say
ye jati say you nyame na dumi hu ache
ade na ma me fe me wona se me hu TV so me fi na se me hwe na me timu am de
mama fe
this uzini o uzini ai ye ni komo kakra na me sha se free him an Robert Nsia ya chi omu wo de hwe mu age no
nkola nko
an Robert makomako nsia ya chi wo mu no store no
page 6
ha sai mrantie nipa nsia ya chi wo mu no uhwe mu din a bako Ashanti Regional Police Dennis Kofi Poku ana fe Dennis Ata Asamoah Senior Dennis Ata Asamoah Junior na so mo ye ntafo no na Asante Edward wo mu ekowa abaye bi a Sharifa Yakubu apprentice obi a osua djuma so de de nkwa na wono ho nti a ewo Kumaka junction the one second cool no Jenny phone the bag di dwane ya no wa
ntafo
ewo na fe Dauda Pia and for Yusuf Abdallah and also Savannah region so kwaji obi go detecting machine go create your moje na you hu G3 ammunition sa G3 no enye tuya sabe
ehona na me bisa
enti G3 pa na so mutumi enya empty shells of G3 here na
enye ordinary
dabi enye tuya ye tai hu enti emu den pa nana
what did you ne ma
no ne ase bi sa nti say no ye ko ne say ni the rate at which robbery ekoso any the age nipa age group yes anyame no ekoso ni
o me nua me da se sa no pay wa mama kwanya na mitimi bekire CPP adwen ewo platform so me chair CPP fo nyina CPP pompanyin fo nyina me de nchia ema wo ye bompaye so said bibi biara a esi yenuanom kwan a wo maaye no onyankopon mie kwan na omo mekan nsa asem ye da hwe de Jacob eye very sad because me hwe nkole ya wo show menye sure say omo ye maybe first two no na sempanyimfo but four na to aso ne de nkola etoto free one kete na mo engage in this kind of but Jacob, the point is that why in a day sa ammunition ne ma wo omunya wo hin first you get to the bottom of it because you ntimi wasting say maame no wawu o raba na wu wonya wu de case na attend from armed robbery to murder in the same year tie bia no so omu over 18 na they are going to spend some very time pa ewo your friend is saying prison. Ultimately, into nothing ye waste ye youth no. But ni nyina to so a link to one supervision at home and two adwuma. Because we why na hwe wo mo so. And na me de bia me bo mema no so bo.
Yeah, mema say yeah mema.
Because it's if they are in the lives of these children na. So mutimi direct sometimes no as I see a timi de bia me kase as I see a timi after we should do some study into what is happening. Say die be nti man kwala go into this kind of dangerous near armed robbery, murder. E die be nti say ma wo hwan na e kire omo kwan say omo konko ye de wo mu ye. E die be a hardship na wo Ghana no so e can but so is no excuse for you to engage in crime. So we go through hardship. And no na mete wan nwume na me dwen bibi ho. Me si free SHS e good. But free SHS no as so omutimi ehwe na omo de level no ebeto your friend say omo increase level no kakra say no nya 54 kra wo beko your mo fan to the 36 no na omo nya below 36 37 to wherever no ye mo nko vocational schools na yentimi emma vocational schools no so no enyina nye ma wo mo so sa resources ni bi. For instance, in Ashanti region, Mansell Vocational. Mrs. Mansell, the vocational school, the time I was say opposite is in Louis Secondary. Over 2,000 people. because of free SHS by anything nkola ni nyina ko free SHS no eda ho they are not operating but nkola na maybe after 36 no Oma womu benya below above 36 no yema womu ko vocational
so if only nipa ni interested so be ko vocational
there be so one option bia wanya ade and of America cho say akola want me anya ade wo de no ko secondary school wonye interested who said because wonye interested in learning obeba out one for certificate bia ma after SHS no so want me go university wanya the requisite university so no so unya 66 level near 36 university say unya A1 na unya mass D7 crowd betini inti no as say o mutimi improve vocation so that nkola na wo mutimi nko university no o mu wi a obenya nsa no dwuma as say o mu improve technical education vocational education ube wienu na okuta unsa no dwuma de hia ne se maybe ye be boa wo ye be so wasene na o matimi government nhwe se ebi ko obetimi aye ye friend ne se hab bi se ebi ati se de kumasi se o pese wo koto wuda na se o pese o ko furniture akwa anwura ga akọ so ko ban ubenya bito otimasi ese so mutimi ye village furniture village ese so mutimi ye ayi hairdressing village obi enim se pese mkoye miti aha na meko Otimasi all over the place so they be creating jobs among colleagues because omu ye busier they should not be doing what omu ye say.
Well, technical school somehow kind there was a day be betina here na America technical and vocational schools are etumi aboa pa ma structures ko ho dada ntina make TVET abansa o the TVET ko or nani abre ye TVET na me say ene e say be ko si school for no Ada na old ones na edan sisi wo no ye ma mo financial support bi
me say mansel
won find vocation won find renovation
yes
esan se be bobo school so do bi na dan messages e ba ye no
no for students ni bi nkogu ho
messages e ba ye no emit na ba ku bi a me ye normal technical kofodua emit sound engineers ya
emit sound engineers
any woman ye technicians e wo radio the TV station
bebre ko
emit normal technical maybe come no bi say say yeso ko Germany ship kakraka pa e wo ho pa ship kakraka pa no engineers wo ho no Ghana ni na head o ko normal technical ko fodi
wa hwe
abranti wa bi so am so bi no electricals bampo or Germany say aborosan to aso be 2 million me 2 million enuru sa de asam na make yes electric the omo ye fa homo ye de fa mu nyina sa be mu nya let na mahode ni nyina no ni nyinara abranti ka ho bi e na omo ye
wa hwe
eti anyway to aso
enti minua I very sad. I mean the way I kono of course police for your madwuma wo mache wo police for ayade me amenu akwesi for wi a say ye de na back wa public affairs and pay me chia no oba yi kwa wo ye very good job police for ayade but ebe continue how do we do see etimi so ano because the kono enya de a ye betimi ayeden eja nsa we should find a solution to it. Say you betimi reorienting college bi na yetimi find out ade cause me believe it's a one ewiase ayedin Ghana ayedin number 2 as I say parents ma wo mani call wo mo we no mo parents when because e ba na nke charge parents no so bia ultimately some of the measures is akola no ye below a certain age say 27 26 no so ye 18 between 18 and 20 no commit crime say usually parents na charge parents because it means you'll be negligent in your duty in looking after akola or directing in a better way e betimi aboa no amana ye akola papa amana be ye panyimpa because nyankopon de akola ne ma won so otimi hwe ne so yes we ase de ayedin ese say aban timi hwe na niema bi wo ho a ohwe ne Ghana niema bi mugu kakra because me nua ne petrol krampo no auto petrol I mean utu ka na asa and petrol affect bibia aduane boa yedin bibia boa yedin inti sometimes e bi kwa enkola bebre ho me de me mema no na me ko bo kwa papa ni ho inti ma me wo bre na agya no no onenam ho it is not easy to be a single parent. It's a timmy share. It's a timmy share idea way because the way I corner there and where she. Now why the more mutune? These guns should be registered.
The children near someone.
Why the more mutune? Why the children say yes to tuno? Who is training them? Because obi chira almost say yes ya to tuno. Why the chira wom? Because nipa 60 going after one young woman. The next time no me should be you. Of I yet why na wutu fear na ya baba be si so sometime. I say obi feel say akokan obi o. E be baba be kan obi a o.
The man here anibere sam say wo hwe fear wo madie. A wo mutumi nya kokuduru ye sa ne ma no a. Ni susu. I say so nipa not 18 19 20 20 years na say oye criminal sa oye notorious armed robber sa na so no tumi ekotwe sekan ekogi obi bag keke mponti to tumi won sekan ku na bag o na that should tell you the kind of trimodin ene kuma primu a
ene ebufuo
ha wo ne motu bi de bibia tesa nti dia wo kan de me susu say we need to do something.
We need to do something. And yes, we need to also go beyond to find out what is going on. Because crime, no, we have to look at the psychology of Nkoleya one more yes, sir.
Yachi almost actually you don't go prison. Your prison system no so at
is it reforming them? Only say yes, you do no men but now are you too late? Okay, the point is that Oma you say omunya say do omuko prison na. As I see a reform program there, a team reform woman at this young age, you know. I see a team also find a dear Ben a church, why a church, why a chill mutioto. Ghana, why a nim tioto. Otimasi nipa kura watch musa gun, why a betoy, he no more torn. We feel all outlets are a ton guns, and you see a closely. Now we talk gun as I turn no police for her. Registered place. Identifiable because yesiko company adini na ye tio. I see the police should clamp down on any arena ye manufacture guns. Local made guns for now because the kind of security threat that we are facing, we should be able to make sure say we clamp down on omo repair guns in na. Because when it has moved from petty thievery to way a friend say armed robbery. Broad daylight. They say oba young person on war year juma edi ababe born a brand. They say dear be nurse. But losing a life just for nothing. And it is unacceptable. We should not continue to let this thing happen. Maybe believe it's apart from police or beyond Ministry of Interior, they should have a plan and a program to ensure that guns are a work romunina no may retrieve. Yes, there were 1 million unidentified guns in this country. 2.5 2.5 million. It's a lot.
Nana say kura won say abrante bi de bibi ba social media wo mo de niam afitaki na ba Ghana ha and obi de niam ma na oye wo mo a mo ye delivery for ibi ni ayi na okobie so etuo nko a
wa hwe
poster nko a
e de ne fa mu a
poster nko a nti ono hu ye no na oye hwe ye ncha abrante nana nse yampo ebi am be Peter Mahabo o ka so mo chi container bi ha. No, but we need because you see, we are not safe. And then college so all my junior and ketu bio. Obi a can almost see open no muko. A come any bre etimi mo ye bibia. Intimi believe it's a miracle say as I say ye nyina ye kan hu bom aban making sure say Ministry of Interior, Ministry of your friend say defense or ye nyina kan hu bom near fighters are dey especially the gun part. Because it's your one crofon semudodo and we need to deal with it. America no be no mo ye ya wo man sha say agin sema omu hu de omo ye no obi aya no atwitu akola ye ogina we hwan na kire ne say ni won tutu as I say as part of omo interrogation they should find out say him fa no omo nya atuo ni free hwan na kire omo say ni omo tutu no because we no unima de omo ya under training no inti no omo target no any sa girl. See the next time no be hwe no na ye baby foforo o be hwe no na government office o be hwe no na nkrofo fie. I think that the police should really look at this and the Ministry of Interior too should have programs and plans. Women and children, all of them should come together with a concerted effort to say
every portion be say etimi share what is going on.
Yeah, but share says here Nicholas so here say Jakwabena good morning. My Joe so a country where there's the top is enjoying and the down is suffering. That is what happens. And a country with that common development plan and the country suffers. God help our leader to see this prayer. Omaya would debrea o chele.
Ene de enye.
Enti I say wo mo e wo soro no. Kakra bi na no. Ena wo mo edidi ena majority no ehuna mane. Om hihye nyina anya de a eboa asefo no. Enti eno e yasem ba ko a ye nu edi aba say plan se bia oman ha na edi ani a kire kra no ye ni bi. No di na ba say Sanche Regional Edis Communication Director Machi. Bibi aboko.
Oh, let me do it like I say
the radiasi. Na I'm Robert Samai, we de kuma so ye die mu a. Nanti we ya yetuna kwachi wo mo. Bi age no kra me fie no do no ho na me problem wo pa. Say 18, 19, 20, 22 sa na ma no. Ho na me problem wo pa. Ye kwa the sense of mine.
You were Jacka, and I was in UTV, I can say, so Yaman call for I share from Asantimantem. Share only the
immediate you be share no me amount for the messages be brave about how me nyabra na me can be kakra na fe ye share teacher could you tubodom adantase or see if I think MPP is corrupt, then they should send their evidence to the special prosecutor and stop unnecessary noise in Ghana. Ghanaians, the CDD fake survey would not even buy. Share. Ayo. Also, there's a CDD for the survey where said majority of Ghanaians say woman nyama penny another than Kufado and Tino. Yeah, share. Now I do go some so na me bem.
Ghana say asem isia. Yeah, na share only the immediate cause. You share the remote causes. Baby a asem no free ya ebobo ba ya ebedru baby a edroi. Ene we topic a group no so a ade ba ko e ka ho ye child begging and linked to the issue of gun violence in Ghana, say, you know, that incidence of child begging. Nana, Jacob, now what I say. Say, ye ko fan kwala nipa ne ye won kophobia o ma ye business o mo ko fan kwala free Niger, Burkina, enom ni ade. Na o mo de abegu, o mo de o mo abegu.
Ho ye beba ho. Enu ye topic on its own.
Nti we say o pese ye hwe rob ba me me de me hu ni say
ye no ne hia me pa.
Me hu ni say sa eyi no ne the issue of crime I cause no nyina ye link because ye won kwala bebre o ha ye wu o mo no o mo anya hwesofo enti o mo firifie entem e na o ma betena street ne so na nipa bonfo bi atimi aye dai aso omumu e na omo de omo ye eniema esade ye dai etia oman no. Now as a country I think we have not provided enough safety nets for the have-nots. Ye share down for eniema hu akwam se ne be ya woni a woni bie no omo nso ho be hare omo se ne be ya omo ni yaw ewo dada brabom ene Ghana ye wo ho yi eja kwabna ya akoye se uye sikani a anase ye wo tu sikamu a ubenya sika no a na ye wo hia ni nso di a ene edamire fadue enti na amankofo bebre in the country lose trust lose hope in how the country is being managed. Now wo man mu na se enkofo no be fi se o man ya yetimu ye de ye nka ho ye de ye beja amanfo a ho na de saa ensensem we nyina nom ne ade ye de eba no nti me de me free say enema boni a ekọ so 18 junction yes baby wo Spenters Road ne so community 18 junction drew how be hu say nkwala nketenkete from 9 to 12 years they are engaging in prostitution
any la pass akwa bibrewa
de yebusa ne say omo maame nom ye den omo wo he omo agya nom ye den e wo he edie na etimi ama akwada keto asabi kwala 9 to 12 years etimi apia be gina abonten so say obo bresi bra. Is it because sabi wakodi nipa bonfo bi nsem na nipa no de ne yesa na say is it because we lose hope e wa abraboma to the extent say we feel say ade a obeya ono nso nsa be kona no as a country I was here hwehwe sa niema ni nyina mo because akwala 9 years a wogina kwa ho sabi e bo bresi bra. Does he have any knowledge about STD? Unim ekwan ya yofa so boy ho ban se ne be ya yenkofa yade ekudi ewu bi amfa emeso ye ho so. All these are issues that has to be interrogated. Ba bono nana eja kwabna ebewie say as a country ye di ye mabunu no ehwammo ye eya koye say ye nhye dan fan hye ye bia nwu akwan mu a eboa emabunu ema omutimi get on the right path adachi bi omoso etimi ba emfaso ema oman no hwe amanman bebre etwa ye ho ahia ne the development country a ye won kofo bebre aso mo kan omo history a unu sa abra na omo sori na omo ye wayward kakra somebody like Barack Obama ozi edumre bi eye nuboni a ye frɛ ne wi kra no de bi ye dai o de bi kana no. But because there were systems, reformative systems in place in those countries, no, he was able to get back on track and rise at a certain point to become the world most powerful leader. There was a system nibi Ghana ha. There wa ne wo adentina enye dey enye adwuma. Wo hwe uko social welfare. There were children department. That kwabna so nim sa. There were children department a brano was say hwe nkwala atesabu monte so a omuni nanom omuni ajanom no omufo omu nyina na ehwe se eye correction homes and as correctional center ne de omobekọ se ne be ya omo nso ye betimi akọ de omobekọ akọfa ntitiyem se ne be ya omo nso betimi aba be ye eye emfasode e de ama oman no. But the current system aye ko upie na wo ba me kumase na me free udru omakom traffic light a nkwala be 50 timi be fum oka ho ye ubusa ne se nkwala yi
why do you say so do be so akade na de kan no preko bramu preko
say dia
me pesa o de wura mu preko onu nto be kayen sabat me pesa o de kan o preko na wi e honum di free o say enkwada wo mum wo kwanchen stress radie daily graphic say aso ye panifo say no agye om nsemu ana
won say de ntia na me sha se me pesa me de no sha se no untimi nti ye won kofo bi wo ho a o ma tena street ni so asresra de a na nipa bonfo bi ehu omo na o ma fo omo na omo de omo ye den eye sa niam na sa niam no a ekoso no ehu enkrabata no eye bebre ehu enkrabata no ye bebre to the extent say enne ye won kofo bi wo ho a sa street bag na ekoso no eye business omo kofa nkofo free Benin Niger Mali ni Burkina de omoba na omo te ba bi na omo de nkwala no agu street so na
adwuma omo so omo
ye nkwala no
na say traffic
good ufi say nkwala no de omo wo street so ye na omo ane free ba bi ba ya na ye wonko maamefo bi ne kofo bi wo ho omo titi nduase a omo gisika no ane aye dai ni age afiri omo nsam na omo asa aye dai akogina ho ba wo ye Children's Act no a Children's Act 1998 Act 560 crime say obema akwala e wo se wo school mu akwala e wo se okofa ntitie mu de ne ko gina kwan ho se onko siri sika. Into what are our law enforcement agencies doing? Ebi wo hwe Beggars and Destitute Act. Ghana ye wo mra pa wo agya kwabna na ye mra no ne yemfa nye dai yemfa nye adwuma ya ye mra ko ye mra ebra se obi gina ba bi siri sika se o ma ne bi the Beggars and Destitute at PNDC law 392 samre ye de nkofo fantitiem de ewo ho na akwala no ya that training na to the extent says so ba o ka ho a he will appeal to your inner conscience de obeye ne ho aso owu ani wa shatare atete obi wo hokora ne nua keto na osa yedai na osa ehye nachi and I think say ya nhwe yi a nkwala na omote ho no obi atena ho be 10 12 11 years o enne na oya akwala obi say ebedumre bi no na onya akwala bi o ebedumre bi obi fi say baabi a waduru no e wo say okohan dan baabi a waduru no obekọ akofo baabi kura kan responsibilities ne be dai ebekọ soro afa sika no a ogina kwa ho sere na nya dai ensu ne bieu eho na se obi enya no nipa bonfo obi enya no so ni mu a otimi di ne ye dai edi bone sometimes ye chisa afo na wokọhwe a empempi no ya na mia me nuanom siremufo ana me nuanom nkramufo na ye di mu ntintiman. What is happening in our communities as a people are ama abonefo sem we bekoso bia no ya na ye na ye di mu ntintiman. I think that as a community, as the Northern Caucasus, any the Zongo and the Muslim community, no, we must take a look at Sani Manona, abro. So say, Nansenya journalist, we free UK, Abagana, so we documentary on peace and security. Na oko Northern region, I can tampok when we are keteu and kophobia to me a day, akoje. Nenkwa ayede free nensem nanse emre kakra mu hwese ne am robbery ne niam ekoso se ne yesi kunkum nipa basa ye twetwa ni ensem no chese ebi wo hokora wo hu a na abo pusa enura ba ko bia me hu ye de agya kwabena echen kro se mankasim kwam ho oba wonyem yakoche oba no ankasa atwa ne ti ene ya pai ne yam ene ya yi ne ba no ne ya twa ne ba nso nan so wo man mu na wo sha ase etete sansensem you sha se hunu sansem ya na just o man ne ye dey ekobone ye duru ba bia ni people have become so desperate that they will do everything for money na say ya abisim ye so obi akoche nipa atwetwa nipa nam de aye dey ahye fridge mu ye bono a oso ono de oton nipa nam deli in human parts why mo no mo ye dey sa adwuma no e de enti na nipa asabi odwene te se nipa obetinya che nkwala miensa wa wo nua ka ho atwetwa wo mo nam ha aku ba ko de na to ho no de reserve e de ahye fridge mu asie wo mo nso no wo baabi aton de aka na chese o man no eye atokrodo enti ne eye kan se law enforcement agencies eja kwabena wo se o mo ma emra no ye de eye adwuma na ye border control no eja kwabena wo se o mo tighten no most of these people are and ye beche arm robber bia Fulani ni nka ho a na nije men ka say Fulani for are doing their best for this country but ye wonkofo bi nso wo mu a o ma ye o mo adwene say abonefo sem no na o mo be dey
o mo be si wo ewutu
gomua agentem
ewutu breku se na nse
awutu breku
womchi abaya wanya fiedu eto no na egbo ni nsam tuo say nipa be du mi ese eche mu nyina no no mu nyina ye sa isusu se o mo ye Fulani fo yi bia
enti no I think say e was say ye tighten ye border controls say ne be ya sa nipa bon fo yo muntimi nya dey enwura ye man ye mu emeto ye so ere and there are some cultural and other religious bia I was say give way in this modern society say ne be ya people from across all over Ghana no will be groomed in a certain way e be ma be ye productive citizens of society who call northern region eja kwabena ne enti asresre nom ne ade edoso nom ne no mre bi atwam no na yese ntafo eye care se onim sa ntu yo ba na wo ntafo a untimi fo mo nya hwe age so mo odi mo kotena ho ekwan ho ye dey isresre ska enkwala no yehu omo said they are even outcasts because it was believed say omo ye no me ti say de akwala ne kosie ba bi ye mfa na nko school ya mfa na ansu adwuma na otena street so anu onyina de na obeye robbery no anu
na we ntafo do senkra na yehu omo a wo kwanso
no enkwala bebre na ohu omo na omo maame nom ti akire no most of them no sa enye enkwala na omo ba kwan ho ne nko a ya wo baabi bebre ho a wo be ko obo so oba tan na ne mantafo mienu eto omo nja kwab na ohu bi sa most sa akwala no osua no na ebia obetena o maame nchen o nyini nu a wo hu se ono eso na adwebo no ono a wo find his way
na say no Ghana samra na chenchene sa wa
a matters of culture
amamre
bisa I'm telling you say me free I'm from the north and I'm from all the over circle enom ni ade a Ubon so batan bi o ha ote wa na ne mantafo bi o ha wa wontafo mienu ontimi nkoye hwe na kwan ho na ote e de ye de esiri ska all of those things must give way
na mema no wen oba se enyo no nko ana e wo
eno ne asem no eno ne asem no eno ne asem
da bi mema no
wen question pa
on se obi wo ho a ni kuna wo obi nso wo ho a bema no anya responsible wajai enkwala no e de abo wajai enkwala no de abo maame ne so na se ne nyankopon so eye emma no oba sese bi wo ye bodamini kura no wo a onto ne ba asaram da bema de
patromentic mi se mema no mo wen
eno na me ka se responsible eno na me say the solution to the problem na hydra headed emma ye omo de na wo se mema nso ye de ye omo me nyini se eye anti maame jantoa obeja ne ba ama no akotena street so menyi ni se owura Charles Bisiu ebeja ne ba ama na akotena street so menyi ni se me amete meja and so it's a matter of taking
responsibility and asem hia me dase no di me dase papa na akua ela tieku se ebra so se Ghana for ye hwe saa konfuwianfo yi ene saa obrase ne nyama basabasa no ye hwe ne ye pa yo wo man mu a bibi biara I said ya manyosem bibia politics
everything boils down
to adia esese etumi ye kwara ne hwe se kwabra adia wa ye nye no wo de se no kwa ko bokro no to dewu ye bribi na fa party bi kala sha wo wa wie ye tumi bo ni patio se ya botio na ya botio no na NDC no ya MPP ni ti no na sam ya no hwe no nipa na wa hwe ne nkwa no wokọ abusua ese gumuti etisi enya sane ama ne ya na ekua elati ko sei ye ntumi enya sa de ekoso ye nya da afei so emaburu no wo mu num du bone papa nti no hu so ya ko du ko ne so nti ono hu oba no no hu so ya de bi keke nti oku onwene ho kra we so sei mobo na ayre ho se obehu kwadan keten no mgina traffic mu no mo stress ade na nkwade wo moda chipa ati seni na ye wo whole ministry a aye in charge of san kwadai ministry de no mo ye wo NGOs a sanka ye rasta di ba obi ananka ye rasta ba ma wa nti pesa kono ko achemota school na samba ya akebe hu NGOs a wo mo nam som de asem kokot na emetete sa ni pese bebo bia din high profile cases no na mo agina mo pintin sa mo na mo ye NGOs a mo kuma nkwada right then right wo mo bu kwan so de mo hu high profile cases ne ba na mo de letters akese statement akese aba papers na de obo fon so yen so enu ba bi a minum de ye ti no na ya asoso ye se adrekuo wi se wo mo kuma nkwada me bu ye fu aba onia
yes brother
oteren
nyamenado
me hu ache
me show
me nya bi sia ho ne hu ye
papa
si akwaba de ye kan wo beto ye die nie am robbery ne na wo de nkwada no so de aka ho preko na fi ya hwe cause me bia duro no wo nam traffic ma wo hu bebre
yes na me da some brother me chete fu nyina so na mesre da me late me fita kraze na mo
wasi
na pe ma banti adam be na msan kopium na motinyi de statement lady in send ben or touch him nti oba na mebo ne asema pedeke na we road ni na the BBI is politics na mekay 2017 yeba power one gentleman do I mean yanko papa no from the obifia abrochira ba na BBB provocation to issue to be nti no lean towards MPP party monhwe na monfam no nyon me hye na roba na mka che na npa we shoot no MPP for no family man so it means that we're talking about Ghana you pako no nyima you based in there so obade you renew your account makodo maye atasa because the pede build the nation we don't have to use political party politics and there's the demand atan because if you bia no NDC nyom MPP nyom CPP nyom MMT menana no CPP no can on was a propaganda secretary
and why you are in a breath.
as I said nam na so your pa grant nti we choose secure your na nanti I mean e o de tell American e du baby an wala hwe pa na e boko
ne be je ade ba
eti ehun the matter now no tell man no ye koyi man na de koyi your institutions for man in terms of me and political party politics institutions na be juma no worry so I want to hold them to account because last week had they case about crime me so I'm the data no about because previously moon data be a waba or say about crime no day not it's awareness no by having the data there's certain awareness here minimum bisa the be up to the moon say into what fast no na wo nsema ho no baby we adapting no fast this no hu na friend so for me no say academic kan korpa no che there e be IGP for abai or ye nedwuma ye into ye one away the matter because how many of these crimes have gone unseen another uncovered no che there nan zama record wo mani mu a ye hu but the police the IGP say me they the leader will be in psychology or friend Hawthorne effect the leader or ye be able no su ye and that's how the man has started no ashebereti bi tira wona no name baby anogo he's creating that awareness and the crime rate I believe for the data obokofum first na data in ho no ono bia ye bi them ritual methods me sure that you don't start it's a bon number that cause okay the beliefs be ho na day but those beliefs which because in the modern world you're lost say you believe on them you dwell on them beliefs no I dey jay you know where mine and where obia a sort of you to creature no good or assassin dey too but odu baby was in brother there minerals be or assassin or your man is here so we all have to abide by the law I mean nti MMS in there oye police no ejuma warrior no yembo na abado na hin na yetena he yankasa na obi a woni fie odo obi aye no informant ehwa eka because I be some gentlemen from what I'm gathering minim say na ma minim hu biza because we share video bi na young guy no kasa no san chon po no wazo no boko next na guy no ma me friend no mbra no nka asem bi nche nta wo ba ta na ehu da wo ba so e no kwara or ye dem abadi na ye pochata sa that action another way in action will cause a man cause fear and panic and you want a button pure a man ma one by other no akatado e papa na ma me na azina and it goes okwaibo no akọ political party e pia ma asem CCC to the American na MPP fa asoraba and this fa ba asoraba CPP sudo on the minimum say oya way is a pocho oya
yes
wanya dem because one power yet
ni power ka ba yen kava
so no aba we bet try why dilute as no to the jambran to na ye fa e kwan fufu I don't think it's so into my brother kasa beliefs na there are laws okoti destitute law mobile
beggars and destitute law and children
exactly
act.
I think that falls under the Ministry of Gender I think although you know what's called KPIs because emiwa mutwe mo no humo from na first of all emiyo my friend because Child Protection Act the more from no mama and papa not to anangazon why infringe laws so the mother and father must be punished yes social welfare ya ni ana I able to mo from na ko because parents be them so bodam fu no do ne ba odu baby abodam fu waje ne ba ne finisem na afa na be abad panyin pa wo man he mo from pu e be what was spread covid a park or traffic light or ba no was one say so and conscious in the edufield for be na ho nsa wan to ye dan nsa na wo so spread
Uroli u grass no crowd be kasa bu ka
yeah ben roll car no cra na say covid one ho because 8 to 37 will go and I think would difficult why
baby more
baby
my
omo baby
adenta
omo shashi omo
baby
37 omo baby
oba either one what I was say okay daddy I tell no was allergy no for allergy na zinyina but I'm putting the spread of covid na them zamina and here fight will be no na so there's a recurring problem in this country yɛnhwɛ them nketen nti me feel there or the gender minister of gender there's a an agenda ho that these are the KPIs that we're being man because Greater Accra Region means obey or you juma as them proactive selling for amankwa approach no use obwa because Ghana for the baby them near pay on the edu Madina traffic I don't know on the sister ways first time Madina 2 1 hour but minister no be no started them proactive so I think Ghana the behind there has to be oil in the machinery now yeah them not actually use UCN agencies now crime them crime rate or kokodi it is there ye youth my brother kade ebon there ebia edu committee 18 wa mo from wo gugu kwanu na warrior which is there first now o man be in the about more education and amobwa into schools for free SHS for into after no na mo na ebia we 17 18 no your prostitution no as wa ko school was mo nkwa na but asasa a man or the demand na to there ko school into I think it borders on parental control because say states na oban kono se wanko another school fees ho mentu mentua na oban akoka akwa no a then it's another thing because me ye adwuma na erika wo hia asam but asasa but say free SHS aba JSHS ntua free SHS ntua na system mokoko no chere bibi problem bi o
na system no is so he say parents won ya kan nya ne ya hwe adwuma sam nso esan sabatan bi o enra da ben na ne 4 days Monday no na your baby na obi ono akusu atom nti na me no wo fase bi na na oti ya no wo fase se wo fa ye ni kusu ya no ibi to bi na bisa ma me no so ba ko ye 1 cedi or so that will say wanatia che nti eto e no me to 2 na wo fase to 2 so mo se ye ni kusu ya ha nti ye di kusu ya no to na me ka say kusu ya no me ma 20 cedis na me so fa 10 cedis mbra na 6 cedis na aka no onfa ono so fa to kusu ni bi o se ye onfa to odamase wie no onfa to obeton kusu ya na me de ma na wonya 6 cedis no aka ne dwetire ho se na be yochene bi okofa kusu ya na otima fa be 2 or 3 crates.
Okay,
and to look at such a person obede kwenye skakra de kotocho was retran command ba say akwara nfa nko school
meba mpocho here there condemns are this problem oh baby eko America Florida baby yeah nkrofu jeja kwan wo so state no hwe won state no mo nska no chedo if you film no so pedo yenye atasa me ma me panu no twin ma me wo 8 atasa panu no twin no de hwe nyina na fi do so yen na but there were ways of actually managing it and through that I learned something important sir nam dey to be bemo ma me no to for no so ni jetri ni oh yes here last week when nam takra the fia constituency wona na me so to credit me ko to 100 Ghana ma me no bi some dey momu ana de nam so to credit I say she couldn't believe atasa because her not son obi anto na because only strategic points be important atasa nti there are small nzama me just there obi atu me ye me nka de fie bia no muzi oye but our parents na e bia rekọ to chief for na dey elton no sabi no what's the free education school uniform wopam what dey na nti I believe that it happens everywhere. All I'm saying is that to every rule and every situation there's an exception. That woman can be an exception, but in yen tuma kada mo fam na oguka akwa no na why prostitution no why drugs nyina wonyina ihient no zo na ekogo iskafo on baso why then wotumi ye bi anamobwa aha nti it borders on parental control because me ye wa ban my ye hwede institutions be yedwuma metesi I miss okay gender or do what ka KPI so the mo fam wo krom ho nyina abazi na ye ya mo the government will be take by marked by that because gender ministry yen is a oka abana ye wom sisi but also parents no abazina area nti eme feel the nyinara ye ode ye then ye ka hen because crime rate no yes wa adoso yeah wa adoso but brother what I want to say is that because the police is capturing the data now ono no guide in future there last year no nipa dey no watch one and by what the police is doing ebia first no one can obia will not approach ebia first no one can nti o man crofo ye. But now, since urban, this will be a deterrent to most of the criminals. There, since I was over by papers, over Kobusia, Bona, my batem bit or ne ba, I then untunufa, obaka nebusia nti obe start do onye ne barekasa. So all these things I think are deterrent. I believe that our institutions to work in the parents and so e kwana ye fa do hwe yamba no de ye miem
na ya ma memra so tawuda e wo kwada ya kwara ne de no na memi ade bako a me de mani ato fom hwe pa aye se memeka na be sense su dia se they are threat to national security sam kwara ne stress ade okwan ho they are threat to national security. One, obia ni mom religious background. Two, ye nim ni pa de won ba Ghana ha. Three, omo integrity to society. Enti Ghana on be hu bebia, ko na biom no bebia.
Four, omo treat say yara
omo tie kasa no. Ena five, so omo nya dwuma bia nye. Enti so no anya dwuma na so wanyini a in the next 5-10 years no. Wanyini onya dwuma anye no. So survival. Enti be survival, kwa be survival. Ena e bi o man office buy kra no. Basa e wo ho. Enti no e woni moja abu dada. Enti se bi o kasoa ebi okumase ebi wakra ebi okofodua ebi wa ha ebi wa na so mo soro wakasa mo ye bibia aye so easy so betumi aye na meka yi
me no ya adwumi nua be ma niema mienu a me ni me nua be ma Charles ya adwumi as I say parents are responsible asudie ni bebre e da parents the state will have almost different systems that almost they be check it. But parents also have a responsibility, both the fathers and the mothers. Now, you know, reading be about Barack Obama. Barack Obama wasn't reformed through the American system. He was reformed through the family. Ne nana, and ne mame. Ne nana for me, no, Brunino, and ne mame. He had a strong family background. Now, on one issues as a black man in that time, and papa onye black American, but ne papa African. Sa family unit no and the boy. Me kai time obey president na me wo Grants Park that day na me nim Nkrofobia no mo ye part of me team and na me omo ye adwuma. Grants Park na me wo that na ne wuye. Utimu say shake ni pa because or can say that is the woman who shape in life. Otemasi inti yen so no esese yetimi eye responsible as parents enye bibia na ese de to aban so time a wo ba no na aban woni ho ene emeka na aban nyina ho time a wo no na aban nyina ho owu ba ni wi a aban be boa wo ama wa ye den wa shepi sa akola no ni future ebi ni school obekọ ebi ni hospitalize aban provide but to make that person responsible no who parent no eda wo so say your bad institutions no ma failing na the police in this case the police have intelligence. There's also the issue of border security. America and sana wo be wura mu from omo Mexico border no aba inside no so wo dia akola na namo say wo ye hwan wo mo be quarantine to find out what are you coming to do in this country. You might be running away from a tyrannical government and a government but they will still find out. Into your border security for no dear ben no immigration, dear ben no ye. How do these people come in? Woman ye in charge of SARS syndicate no. Why no in charge of SARS syndicate? Sika no mo jeje no. Ehfa no wo mo da. Social welfare, police, immigration. Omo de da kwan ho ne ba because anajo wo na ma wo hu so omo da kwan ho ba bia ehfa na omo da omo
wo ba mi tro bi omo da wo be hu omo pa
bridge ase
na ayi ofi ayi abuso kan na wani kire ayi akokwan po ehfa Russia.
But the point is that
Udo so kan ho mo a
ase ho
just time kra.
But even Dubai kwampo e se e bi de da ase e bi no so started de da your friend said the new interchange na ase. But the point is that security why no na e be make sure say one ohu wo ma wo nya ye kala. Number 2 they look foreign. Number 3 or started as a baby na echna no wanyini. A mema, they be a business, no more man away.
No more.
I didn't see me because you see, when we start arresting these people, what will be jade or more because a national security threat, as you are saying, a national security threat. It's me believe it's a chinkolana. Baby, a mother's niche be an woman baby, or baby. He said you'll be do can't watch any mammy. o chene maame pe obeti odu sika bebrel nti si esesa nkola ni nyina gu ka mu ni ye de wo mo kwa by all means na maame fo ni be di akire. But sometimes we cramp on say sika na maame fo ni tete wo. Why are we not arresting them? You say e ba be ye big issue and san na ye delay. Me believe say SSC ye mam e maame fo responsible. And then patcho man munya ready amamo nkowo. Eya ye too much. Eya ye too much. SSC starting program teaching you guys how to use condoms. Because yes, we have to start teaching you guys how to use condoms because the way I'm moko Ghana and so when you're ready, so be responsible to look after a child. Don't start. You should abstain because you too much. In kolanu go ene kwa de wu be hunu kwa no ba bi na de bia na akola ne tie kire. Unhu be ma no wo ba bia. Ni apeka sita ma akola no otim. Sa akola we ni ma me ne bedu ba bi no abreu. Because being a single parent, it's not an easy job. You need to be dedicated to make sure say o pesa akola na eyeyi. And a help be any baby a. And na di we num nyina aba no. Inti ne semara mema no nya ready, you should abstain.
So we the omu di fi wono mo de buy.
There be apart for ya na yeso Ghana for minua bema. How can you imagine in your life that a mad woman is carrying 2 sets of twins? Nyankopon o boss e be wo nipa no anka say o sori ya no wanyim. How did the mad woman get 2 sets of twins? Our Flagstaff house, minim so that's what 2 sets of twins. Sane. What happened? That is the point. That's what I'm saying, that the men need to start putting up more boxer shorts, yeah, more pampers. As you see a pair of pampers, being the tight one near the bomb. If you cannot abstain, you should start wearing pampers because they are too much. One too many. It is time you guys became responsible. Only but them near ko krampa. Who chamun who say dia me be ye hu sunsanso. Koko fan kola na majo a obi ehun. Ne jama me no kra na wo de koko rehabilitate ne fan kola no na ko hwe wo. Onye. It's getting out of hand.
And someone here can wo na obi di message bi aba. O say sandi pay ya ho esisu so bo services ka. Ayede no to me back.
That's a border security. How did they enter? Unapproved rules, porous borders. Obia nka ho hwe, de bia ye see recruiting immigration, ye recruiting immigration for political expediency, ye recruiting.
Me I got opportunity be to come from Afro to Northern voter, bra Ebola buy. Immigration wa hu. Ghana we are joking. Me see border post to be o ha. Eye pata bi no ma bona me ya say pictures no.
E bi kra ye dua bi.
Just say but the immigration officer tia pa
e futu abo no.
Eti weapon okura na ye pen. Ni weapon no ye pen. Oni jackknife.
Jacob na iso.
Say
ma me ntwa wa no na.
Hwe ni ho.
Na say say hamele, on say hamele fa wo Ghana. E na fa e wo Burkina. Ti na terrorists bi wo hamele. E na omo ne a police fo di akon e wo on the Burkina side. And omo hu say ye de omo ba Ghana immigration for ati wonyina sorry dwane ama se omo be wura Ghana they are not resort and na obi ani ho aduane ye ne da obehu se wu oba odi ne ti be kwa kwa de obekwa kwa so yeah so it boils down to resourcing
yes omo no be be ye fail ye ho ana
na ye fail ye ho se
mpocho na brother we do our canon them ye bu man ye koye nyum but I believe that's why I always do this data analysis atasa me just the Abani Bay where resource police for mobile military na them ha me lane some okay me just the military for all this while eco Volta regional yes military for crown also COVID Bay military for go on also for elections and registration exercise yes it could be so atasa but at that time no be arranged America say on the message them from manpo ebian was spread COVID. In the quest to arrest the kids of another actual parents if you want and solve about 2 or 3 problems. All I'm saying is that now this government which is there security agencies the way resources cannot them and then they ain't funny the resources are ya dia ma omo ene adwuma na omo ye no aba eso no
yɛde to sɛ ni anu a ɛne ne hyia.
It is not enough. It is not enough. It is not enough. But now you find what you able to.
Me ntwa no. Say ya more resources or more ye adwuma. How why then do we find these people in our midst? How did they enter?
That's
I mean the point is that your resources or more ye the right thing or more ye adwuma. How did we find all these people foreigners? Yemfa Ghana for almost just look me back say ya say you say no waba. There is a woman that perpetually okutaba or wheelchair me best. My driver asked the question say hey na man why na eja akola and I say be man no wen. What am I saying?
Traffic here so here.
What me so kwa baby am dey message traffic here say dey bia wo ho. The point is that foreigners who call more and their strategic locations who call mall junction Accra mall omo wo ho ko Spinters mall na wo omo wo ho baby a strategic bia sa foreigners yi wo ho ti de bia me bisa senti ye so a wo mo ba Ghana no omo nko ya na so omo sa baby o okay Niger for Chad for wo mo wo ho eye den wo mo wuram because abroche me hwe program bi wo TV so border security and sana wo be wuram wo US no wo ba by road kra wo be ba to security for you be interview you be interrogate you be say even if your case kra na wo de aba na ye legitimate you do be hye baabi ahwehwe wachi wo ye hwan wo firi hin na ba ansa kra na ma kwan awuram Jesus ye die wo se ya ma resource omo wura mu fa na obi e ka se hamile akronfo timi wura kurum ha oh nti me nua ade ba kwa ya na mo ka me MPP for me na mo nya adwen me ko ka mo se menye and say how was it before ninti ne ye pam wo mo ma mo bai
that's
no compare
no
but we don't have to compare we don't have to compare Senate saying before there be
but it is even worse now than before.
Wo dey young asema mpesa me che ne say na aban bi wo ho Ghana for to aba wo mo si wo mo mpe CPP wo mo si wo mo mpe LPG wo mo pe MPP for a reason so wo mo feel say mo be ne better than obi anu wote ho nipa no wo kọ edie bi nti de bi ampesa mo compare before
Pocho mamen kase micho you cannot do the comparison without going forward. Comparison, it doesn't mean that you're being petty. Say yakoya to ababiuma MPP baba CPP baba NDC baba obi has the policies baba anamboa asema ken on obohwede was ato do ababium anamboa nti if I am saying that ya be not then and CC until the wasaka NDC ma yaban not CC sort then I am saying that this has been an improvement and then I'm concluding by saying this yes your agency Mr. CC what I have to admit I admit to it there be a gender ministry no any agencies beneath this or they should be in Nigeria. In America, the resources, you be police, car, helicopters, they, armored cars, was one, oh, but first now here, and the CC is Abacco. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that it is enough. But
I tell maybe does it commiserate with?
No, but if you look at it, no, it doesn't. Until you can't do it overnight because within 4 years, next until 10, no, be about not 500 account. It means that you're making progress.
Okay. Me da say yan kwansan foforo so na ye say ye bre no kresa na message amanfo de ba no say e say no ye kan nyina no amanfo adwene ba niam so amanfo adwene ba niam so omunyo ombeka na so mutumi nka
awareness
omunyo ombeka so mutumi nka kora nti no ni kwai chance o say eja kwabena to cut everything short no e say abantumi ma edwuma ba e say so mabunu wu edwuma ya no bie no obekokwa bibia ti sa si ye do so nso na se ye edwuma kakra na omu na omu nya adwuma ba ya ma adwen so betete ye no ye adwuma ye do so nti no ye be ma saafo no nyina na ye yi wo mama na botumi achi omu nyina nti wo be hia se enwuma job eno no ayade ho hia ye papa o CD di asam no de me pese na me koso krai kwan sense asam na ye ka no me koma so asem pa na ye di ho komapa ye hwe ayi mampani tu kwan yi mo asan de aba adan na senya mampani tu kwan yi ba ko tu kwan mo se wakodware wo wiem ase osan ko UK ene Germany yeso a eno so owura kudje to abra kwa chese 3.46 million Ghana cedis ene alupro chataye that's alupre fair
Jacob na meda waso ye say papa so opa nwoma so na nya num de nti na emom ne ye ntia asem a ye nyina ye num ya no abini mu aye kan ye oman ne ye die mu ntia ebia ne say ye asem ya ye kan ye de sobo ye dai ekoba aposifo yi but oko police mu and then we have a police force of about a little over 40,000 protective gear a omo timi de bo omo ho ban ko si abonefo sema no eye 8,000 no police for 40,000 bulletproof vest omo betimi a share ne crash helmet ye 8,000 nti nipa no free say ohun say am robber kura to brane a o de ne nkwa be kwa akogina no na ne yere ne matifie da bi wahu eja kwabna asem a wo ka no eya ade a eya rehosem on so mampanyine kufu ado abra wo be pre abanwa no o ka kire ye say yenhwe ba bia na tifie aduru ono wo bro 70 years o mese o man sika o bebo o man sika ho ban ame de aye niam e be ma Ghana fo na aye dai enya mfaso ba nei me yakoye se ono ne mampanyine a waba wo se wo man sika pa wo kwan bi so a emmoa wo man no a Ghana fo ka wo se wo ntie obia waboye mfita duku a de wo ya na oda so ye dai eye eja kwabna asem ne sei Ghana se to abama wo se be ye mampanyine a ye nya wo nsansa saa kwa ye pe akade ene mpremprade a wo de be ye adwuma se ne be ya mampanyine a wodie no be ye dai ebedi mu na saa akade ni bi ene presidential jet ayaye dai ato esi ho wo hwa abra na mampanyine mills wo ho ye mampanyine ana ye Ramahama boni chidom no 2010 2011 ena omokoto play bi a ye friend Falcon 900 Falcon 900 no eye plane a elfe ye a ya hyeda ye se be fata omampanyini ene ne dibre na wo hwe Africa ha nyina ya Falcon 900 no eja kwabna o pe presidential jet a edimu a etoso 10 eja kwabna tie ne yewu ena play bi as ye ne mono a ewo a shelf life of about 25 to 30 years ye plane ye to no 2010 into 11 years na chese nya dai enko bi kura na ye plane no a ye koto ye Falcon 900 no transcontinental transoceanic ye ka transcontinental chese wa wode a etimi free mantamba continent ba koso eko another continent a hwe nya dai ensi transoceanic na chese betimi afa from one ocean, so from Atlantic Ocean to the Indian Ocean. Ewa hwode say etimi ye dai efa so ahwe nya dai esie ewa hwode a etimi travel 8,000 kilometers non-stop. Na eda kwabna tie nie o 8,000 kilometers non-stop no. Ofri Ghana eko any part of Western Europe about 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers. Na che say akwantu o mampanyini to no plane wa hwode a de ne be dai. E say e wo say de ne ko. Na mampanyimfo obeto wo mo no o mampanyini Mills oko Europe o de koi o mampanyini Mahama eko Europe o de koi yen kote ya o mampanyini Kufu Ado so obebo o man sika ho ban no o se plane ni mu nyefe plane no adwaye enim sa asam no nya ndisifo ne kan yo ono an defense minister ene ko ye ekoka kire parliament se ni enti o mampanyini Kufu Ado apake Falcon 900 no eye se adwaye nim na 6 hours bia e wo so mampanyini dware ye nim ade sonko bia o mampanyini ya e wo se 6 hours bia o dware a enu ntia wo se ye park presidential jet ni ye dey ni e kofa presidential
jet na photo wo
photo bia ni awra hosam ne say trip ba ko no o mampanyini Akufu Ado ye ya one use presidential jet no se photo ho no apart from so okofa luxury jet a your friend ACJ 320 no presidential jet ni so bi efa the ministers di na chi eja community eni ewu o mampanyina kwantuo na otu ba ko de call France na wan use presidential jet a ye kofa ACJ 320 sa Falcon 900 no mampanyina so use wa enye no the minister ni bi tena bi nto mampanyina ti rented jet ni no na the ministers ni bi atena mu ayedai edi na chi akọ in this plane no fault wo ho a o mampanyini enkwa hia chen the minister no the ministers no said that yetimi the ministers ni bi tena mu maneko but o mampanyini de otena mu anye ya na da kwa na rehu sam ewom ne say sa ACJ 320 o mampanyini kofa aye no 1 hour bia no ni e boka 15,000 pounds me de sabi me nhye da nim pounds ni mu saa ba menim se sika we no da kwa na eye be 1.5 billion de bia na e use no 23 hours de bia o ye use no 23 hours e ko wi a kire no da kwa na ni aboka more than 2 million Ghana cedis chese titi sika no 20 billion a ya boka wa brank o mampanyin betime yusu eye fa kon 900 no ni asave we Ghana for kan ya e ma kopie parliament say sika o ma spending e kura bi free say do so chen sa nti o mo meye ho nkontam o man no a ye bo minister of finance bo no wa anye de wa ma nti ya de ni free so o mampanyin aye dey atie enra yi ye te so o mampanyin say ko Europe tour a o se mo kan ne kura no na me ye de me ye ne mo say dia wanko ACJ 320 no wakofa kese pa so chen sa ye friend Boeing 737 Boeing 737 a eno ye kakra chen de o mampanyin di kan kofa ye no na eno no eniema na e wo ba akum no eniema e wo we mu no dodo na ye se ye wo ba bi a o mampanyin nko akora timi kohye ehwe TV adwaye ewo mu ye 4 baako ne de na adwaye ye baako we adwaye ewo mu ye maako 4 baabi o mampanyini bedidi jacuzzi o mampanyini tinama e babobɔ no enom ne ade eno nso bosumi 1 hour bia no $14,000 $14,000 we jakwabna
eye do hwiri bia
1 hour bia $14,000 so on say oru okuja to ye nsese no baako ne ho sika no na ye be ye 2.8 million Ghana cedis. Where you say 3.6 million Ghana cedis. 3.46 million Ghana cedis. Now mampanyini a wo say obabe bo Ghana yesika ho bra. And nebia ne say ye kan yo 3.6 million Ghana cedis no. It me to bulletproof best. Mako more than 5,000 na police for to me e yusu e de kogina eko ano.
I said dokwa no so ko ye no mani din mu.
Say no na make can say the okoye bibi wo man dini mu ntino and ya top plane yesi wo plane na wo ho no it is still airworthy enye bibi a enti ne wo ye Ghana ni na ukoto abama MPP so mo be ball man sika ho ban wo gi na nadu di se ba bia wo se na tifia dru obro 70 years ono de o me se o man sika na de wo do o ejakwabna ukoya asante man mu a wan hwe e be wa wreho and na ukọ baabi bebre a ba nyamam obe kwa awo so a empa ye de ne beto so kra no ebi ni ho baabi
afi na chance
na so na chance enu nti na esese ye sika kakra ewo no ye dey ye use ni ye otima say en na ukọ baabi bebre a enkwala titi nuase na eko school ukọ baabi bebre a enne enkwa oba nyem oxygen kra ye de be ma no kra ye nya bi ma no na watoba ha ejakwa na mampanyine trip mienu no ka bomu a eye 2.8 million Ghana cedis ene 3.4 no ukabomu a yako 6 million old Ghana cedis 6 million Ghana cedis no o se sanko si kada da anima say 60 billion ejakwabna billion mako 60 billion mako 60 no it me use schools under trees say it me 6 schools under trees more than 2,000 it me provide hospital beds say it me provide hospital beds more than 100,000 it me say cheap compound say and they wo baby obi timi ko afuom na se kan akotwa no na wo wa akoka no cheap compound kura ni wo it me say cheap compound say enti aya awrehosem ya besre o mampanyini akufuado ya besre o mo aka bi a ewom sa o mo nsore na ya mampanyini o mo nya dai o mo ntunefo na ba bi ekoi atokrodo de ya ne say jakwam na me de ma no sie no covid ba ye no on say o mampanyini akufuado ye beto abo ne doctor ba omo so omo be che ye nsuo ne light free ba covid ba ye to aba wie ye no ade o maje ho fans no omo de covid levy aba ama se nsuo ne light ni nyina ye tua ho ka ye koka no o mampanyire se Ghana ni bi anya dai enyere ne tamu na bra ye duro no ye bra ye dai emu odene na wo mampanyire wo se enyere ye tamu you are not leading by example wako high presidential jet etire kura de usu wo betua wo yereka no watua vice president reka na sabia so sabia nya de obi te ne officer ne ebia na yisi na kire no ye ne ekotua ho ka ntia ya awra hosem it's a sad day yes raw man panyini say me de asema me di jana ne Ghana for ya to aba ma wo fi say onko Ghana for ho nko sra hwedie nti ne ye ka bia no untie de ye su brebre ba de ye ka traw say so one family men da ansere kwan a wo de kwasi ada bedwane me da se
oni onto
yes brother
president jet no o se wa kwafa fufuro o so your friend simple
we no your friend boyin oh we no hwe baako no na ye ACJ 320 we ni ye boyin 737
o so do kan no
737
boyin
we ye ACJ
I did a boyin 737.
No, why your phonetics was going on?
Ah, ade.
Bro, for come bin.
But no,
So they related to
how
asem. Me dey me frɛ kura se brofo kura me ntibi. Nti asem no naka.
And say ancho dem na nti boy na aka no twi mu bi atase. Ben kan some my hu nti pocho owi obor question nyom. Oda na komando. Wa kasa pa. Ewa. Na bonyoma. Atasa. Because the work as was man don be na no abe.
So no so kyerɛ na adwene.
Oche na adwene. Oto okasan. Ose de on pounds no nyim papa. But oto say bia no nua bi sending £100 cc a obon ade. But on pounds calculation as he's able to talk about aeronautical engineering. Airline no nsam ni na
onyu ho na ne specialties wa ba.
But them course no ya.
Bia.
I say bisa na wa.
You buy our back social issues no we social welfare.
Yeah, me social science.
No,
me social science, me psychology.
Relate to the issue, Mr.
No.
Charles.
It's a question. Me psychology. Atasa, nti I know what I'm talking about. Nti oban them aeronautical engineering na men can p. Atasa, but I'm saying that what he's doing or mislead Ghanaians. Atasa, or mislead Ghanaians in the sense that them aeronautical area and they to mark because we are travel. Essen pepepe. So oban the narrow down one into munka, but pounds is entasi.
Na ne samo ka ni nyina na aba ni mu ana na
se some kasaba se obi kasa yi wa etse ni nyina ne wa the tum kasam na is it be she tum change the whole dimension as ekanya atasa into all that he's saying or kasa big things but the little ones don't on task nti em from you see where airline asam mo kwechiri kakra kede na president ko forward on I think Falcon airline B. And the President Mills Ben also too expensive for the state. Until we cancel contracting. Near Kotoka Kraba. On or refer to 2010. 2010 is not Kotoka Kraba, but I am looking at it from this point of view that maybe as a president for 10 over the years, none in some more or aeronautical analysis it's a plane lifespan of 25 years. No. If Odu baby and Cheyabazi, your travels will be increased. Then you've saved Abazi a man's kebi. Because at 2010, since 10 years, now 11 years in Moba, not today be a young current airline. Now, the statement, Dr. So, what's it about the airline? Any problems for new airlines? I am not an engineer. Na ne okuja to abula on some okay one. Me tell me tracy sian. Mo to me Google airline. Then me pedam rent airline. Obamam ebu. Ataso but obi to akade $20,000 be ko krom na eko company na eka eko negotiator oboto about $9,000 because ebi airline potum so 1 year no bi anje atasa in the same vein yanka dem pedam to property bi we East Legon na mu Google obeka chem the East Legon the properties no ya baze ebi $2 million but when you go into negotiator oboto about $5 million because ono da oya baza what calculate na nensa more kasa pi na onyim ni nyina na obobo amount Pocho aba invoice an airline company in the bear or did you do them argument? Because there has to be something that ejinado. But men ko Google na enkada airline no day not see into offending or yet them na azanopoti. America besa some the last time I pursue or yet finance minister. National travel for the president is an issue of national security and he referred it to the national security. Into okuja to abla ko kaden antro to the national security no onji them details no pocho waya na onye na for aba president to kan waba no aba biom enke yo no but because we are in the second term of Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the psychology of Ghanaians one way in there 8 years we are da aba no ko ba na aba no ko nti aze no yepo a onye na mbra me calculation go here president na going to no twin minjimeze enwa emi mu hu ni invoice bia we refer no national security no nko sanche odidam report no be ene ye ka once then we are making a headway but only information bia no ene de bia this for mo ya anyi when information no aba kan wu later then ba non to them and I like the way they're going about it but mo ya me onye de TV da ye take us say ebi obi hwe hen nde echina on hwe hen nti mo wakan nipa kon no be abaze na asam mamre kwa kekesi nde President Crane say yeah profit and loss accounts ba abamfa so no the ba man unde offend oh yeah
na kwantu no fa so be na de bre yan na
exactly okay last week yɛta ne ɛka foreign direct investment more year no other benya ni nyina no first president bay according to over the last 3 years no Ghana became the largest recipient of foreign direct investment. VW companies via back Krumha under NDC no time I won't take over with President Mills on President Mahama combined on you companies all Ghana hanging our oil industry but we're going to Ivory Coast and it affected our economy. We managed this economy under President Kufuor without oil, and then it was handed over to you on upon your IMF. So all I'm saying that a kind president to the invoice, the cost of it. I'm not going to do that Google analysis, no, and I could Wikipedia or idea. I'm not going to do that. But you share the cost benefit analysis.
And I say, and she said, you to me share no only one. You really send this one, and no, you really say, Diano. So you to me fair.
Only to make sure that national security won't report beyond what Elkerson, you can be about fault on airline and Amobwa. We do not know. That's why I'm saying I'm not an engineer. I'm not going to go into it. That is why the finance minister referred in parliament us young national security minister ho. Okuja to black on them. But why the CCR sorry a PhD in Abazi airlines no I Google no was Zama Mondo Wonka. All I'm saying that here Tama vaccine Sembe president said he can bring Abazi the economy back. But on to Mufani Panunquanum back. Health minister okay negotiate $19 per vaccine mobile dose or the ben obey he woman. I mean, my argument in them, I do not know. But what I'm saying that maybe there was scarcity. At that point, the $19 not to come some. No, 15 will baby and now as no available. I'm like you used to demand and supply analysis. Maybe based on the exigency of time or in wartime, he made that decision. I'm not the one to conclude on that. But President Cray, you funded vaccine crew $10. No 1.5 million. That's $50 million. Into analysis don't know what Google is about. You have for the president for private jet cray. You have for the plane now say problem or not to cray not them and Joanna because your hand was the airline yes the Yojoko mobile. So what's why presidential jet President Mahama to can okay SCS loan bar. Okay, what's Ghana being 1.5 million insurance and Sunday is SCS loan now. On them 2 1 and wabok manako. Into Mastren. Your analysis and some kind of request more than our command.
Only the Bia, only the figure Bia say a figure winning. No, most of the other way.
Mr. Day on the floor of Parliament, the finance minister, they directed Okuja to a black only them crusade, also of national policy in the uncle of Fenen. He's a member of Parliament. Atasa. No, I'm the foreign committee, a ranking member. So he could have done that. If he's not being disingenuous, why do I channel 2-3 months on your demand? Is it a case of our question as an until them or number before Frana? Atasa. And the law allows the presidency, Atasa, and the government to render accounts. Your State of the Nation's address, mobile, your baby into the laws allow, but within that, questioner, then go and find out. But my brother needs was or your Google analysis. You know, but messaging the president, I'll for the Ukraine. 1.5 million doses and so create $10 per. Oh yeah.
Yes, so far so be
$50 million.
Or the young jet no can go in. On
the Mr. Obisu the private presidential jet got Mr. Minim say fault to whom another problem. Pocho and ye Juma ho. Essay aeronautical engineer. I don't know. Please. It's what I'm trying to say is that said President Mahama or the presidential jet SCS loan. Ukraine, what's a $2 billion budget? Sanbra, number $1.5 million. 2 1 and wabok manako. Massam.
Nana.
Also mean you're no brepa.
Membre.
For once, he's struggling to make it work. He's struggling to put pepper and tomatoes together to make a good stew or bread. Maybe a question, basically, me say. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Good morning. Me and my papa bakope. Number 1. The person who said jet no orente ya na warranty. That is the most important. Orente first time. Ye who did it. What's our rent second time ana? Very important. Na a dear best circumstances and the surroundings are renting ya air cost. As I say, Yesika say you cut 2 rentals no boma, you about $1 million. It's $1 million no say ebetimi aboa ye niema bebre. Edie benti ne life was also important as the president of Ghana. Falcon na esi ho no. Omuma ye hu what is wrong with the Falcon. Is it an issue of capacity and I say an issue of strength and the fault? Say maybe a what seater. Say ehia se ye beto playing for fra. As I see a shenieto because ye ntimi continue de bia ye renty plane because a short-term measure. If we need a long-term measure to deal with this, because for the next 3 years, we will need the ministers or munya acquainted. Number 2, in Crawford, ya na what the war more connect. Here so the nipa be brave because ana.
Party foot soldiers.
What I say? Here say as I say, blame you no. Presidential jet a president dear no fenipa. No so ne dear no so boy say a big plane.
Big plane.
Now no so dear no so as say if the boy in here for him. Yan you know who near dialogue near to boy. Na yen ton Falcon no second hand. Emma Obi. Yes, near Febin so maybe individual be create a plane. Maybe mine sneak a plane. Omo me who what is the situation of the Falcon? Because as if said na son ya ye den kakra. I see so son no te so no ya me make your son no suban. Because oson ason den. Because the first time I can and they bebre ba ho. And na ye jama no ko die. And na asan happen bio. Why na advise the president? President the ono ne de ne say obetena plane no mo. How much it cost no? Obi na hwe na ye den ye tuaka. Obi so na be advise na ka che ne say Mr. President as I say wo fa plane we na de ko. Otemase. Ono president no handless. E won kofo omo ye den wo mo hwe ne so. Who is advising the president wrongly? Why na Emma president eye de wo ye? Because enyo ono na betua sika na efrihin enyo ono na eye in charge. It's emra so say ese ye nya ye chirechiremu se Falcon because Falcon na ye Ghana property. Eye dia. Sika na ode kono so menya sure say eye ne dia. Say ye ono ane dia na maybe ni salary no waboabo ano na eja woni tua ka de na obi antimi nka hwe. So obi na di sika ne chair no krese so obi be ya accounts mayen. It is see a team who the situation of a Falcon because yes, Anna a quack look like say a boapayo as if we say on Fagana for because I wish $1 million a year day renty plane. Wabra a be so say a being see what they are and we are different. As I see a team who ye cost benefit analysis near share says ye top plane for from Manua. Send a cost. They say 2 trips are costing $1 million. Say in 8 months. What am I you? Let's say in the next 4 months, no, or call another tripper, you speculate maybe another $500,000, $1.5 million by the end of the year. $1.5 million times the next 3 years, we are talking about $4.5 million. So if you round it up, we are doing $5 million just on the trips of the president. How much is a new plane that is good enough, that has capacity, that can stand the vagaries of the weather, that can go the full haul?
And
I mean, besides, since see it me a dialogue on it. Omuma expect to be. Ono dia wa anope ya ha no abre.
Presidential jet me make kasa no se me fa expert opinion de en kasa. Se say the expert opinion na me be kasa.
No.
Expert be no so say it me hu ni
presidential jet capable of making non-stop trip to Europe.
Why is that expert? Oh, free him.
Or say aerospace expert Dr. Akparibo Yakubu.
Okay.
Says the current presidential aircraft Falcon 900 is capable of making non-stop trip to almost all of Europe.
Hold on.
Plane.
No, remember. So I can stand here and say that car be Mercedes-Benz or Orcon. Or to drive from North America. No, you can't look at it. You don't know the condition. Everybody can.
Or say it describes as a sustainable government justification for hiring a luxury private jet for use by President Akufo-Addo during his recent official visit to the Europe. Defense Minister Mepe or say the choice of travel by road, by air or by sea is a national security imperative and have reason to release the aircraft, this particular aircraft to VVIP including me pay now the course me pay.
Oh, my brother. No, I can stand here and say car no kono but to my drive to.
Yeah, Falcon nini.
Yeah, Falcon nini.
Intino,
Nana. Enya hwe plane wey e kama it Nana de tie o say he said o say a plane no e betimi travel 8 hours and sana was akujia.
But you said that
meba I refuel. But Accra to France, near Accra to Germany, near about 6.5 hours. Not just a plane betimi aye dey. Akọ.
Until maybe
the Falcon in the play with there na aye.
Mepacho ma wo for efe ni percent. Is it a question of capacity? I ain't mean fan and crop.
Na mama information.
Or what is the condition?
And then
na ho den.
The condition is a woman so conducive between the
man and your Falcon. Say expert na ka say betimi akọ 6 hours, 8 hours.
8 hours
non stop.
Na Falcon no ni crew ni nyina na capacity of about 15 people wey. And na sa the edi kan ko fight ACJ no, it me fa nipa 19. Enti difference of 4 and ye ko boka 15,000.
4 no betimi afa
Emirates.
They be America, me so on betimi afa commercial flight to meet the president.
Yes.
So that we save money. If only you see if only the Falcon is good enough to travel.
But you see,
government in my country is government no almost so almost experts. This is an independent expert. Aviation ministry should also come and tell us, because I believe it's at the end of the day are in charge. Should also come and tell us, say, president ni plane na esi ho no ni sisi achia ne type puncher wom BFN say oil tank no abo fuel tank aye say entimi nko na hoodin susa wadi 10 years on my yehu, so that if yehu sa niema we nyina na say another independent expert so hwehwema, then we agree as a nation to buy a new one. The president should also come and justify to us. He says we took here more than 15 people to travel. America more Air Force One. Air Force One is a gigantic plane because president we took and crowd say dinechi, the security detail, ni way. As I saw you comfortable. See if you say and you can't president. So the president be your baby bia na person you comfortable with him. As a so jare, as a so chichi ne sen, as a so siesie no ho, as a so che suit, as a so num tea, as a see hwe ni, as a so di banku ana, as see nya baby freezing aduane a wo pe, as a see hwe we nya.
Time is not there.
Near beside this.
Time is not there.
Time conclude. As a see it say president no, we na say baby e be keeping the tablets a won nom, as a see hwe ni nyina na na ya agree say maybe Boeing 2020 ade a wo hwehwe. Efe nipa 50 ne capacity no yanyere ye ho ne entoma no ana, because yanye sa no oguso ye tot no oguso ye uber baby anu a click no or press uber no dey play na bad ya ene in the next 3 years no you spend $5 million on sa uber na wo mo ye
na so bi dey didi kwa
obi didi
also the 1.5 million COVID vaccines aba. Good. But the point is that in the last address, was Ghana is going to get 20 million vaccines at a go. At a go, in the close of years, they say okay. See the 1.5 now you find so the 2 million crap time for you saying.
Oh, na sika no the high jet na timi top vaccine say.
Sika no the high jet no.
Top vaccine.
So okoi no.
Oh no, I confused.
I dey other business.
So other business.
No, other
engagement so.
My dear,
to the Falcon ne call yan want me nyɛ sa business.
Yetimi ye kasi ye ba be rent ya ye uber on the plane. At the end of the day you 5 million by the time a president be come. Because every time you be click Uber. Ni ya the rent
Uber.
There be so or click it.
Who say ebia ye
there be the other rent no. Rent ni say Uber.
Oh, I say on be
any kwan say you can call actually. Defense minister e parliament no. O kan si su dua say you play ni air well there wa ho dey betimi aye dey atu kwan. Na because of certain facilities bi aye dey. President Dware a wontimi nya dey enware wo wiem. Say ya Dware wiem nko anti dey.
That's the way he said.
He said that.
You see,
he said that
also that extra facility.
That you say you know there is no bathroom
washroom
because so far kon ya e wo mu yes ya wo bathhouse wo ma president wo be see a wo be kwa wo betime the towels paper wanim ya wo ba bia wo be didi ya wo ba bia wo be nom coffee so facilities e wo mu no e enough a so man complain nya
I more serious. The discussion is serious.
1 minute when me feel say solution ni say there should be a facility visit of the family.
Okay,
there should be a media facility visit on the family.
Say obi pe mo nyana mo buku bibi ameko okay binya akora meto
ejababa on that say no a serious matter dey discuss no until Mrs. Kado or Uber or you see.
And some are true.
President you too point there na wa inter.
It is say Uber na wo free Uber.
Martin, for the purposes of this discussion, I'm friend Uber na to me yam presentation.
It is say wo free Uber.
How the mama for yam presentation tell us why for Uber. You see, president akona otu atasa no mfa so yidan. Nen some okenyi na no me yin ya adwen. There, young condition of the plane na day. On until me kade. Oye okujeto ablakwa. Member of Parliament. The last time we saw on the floor of Parliament, and I believe in using our structures.
Yes. It will say so the call.
No, remember. And now one
who said there's a second one, no first one as
a first one.
This is the second one.
On the floor of Parliament, in Defense Minister, or you going to the President. You see, when you lower your discussion to the Madla, then Ghana will be not Syrian. Which was not the crux of it, because I do not believe that your Parliament of Ghana, or your Graia president here, that was not the statement. Also, or your extra facilities or what, and that the president or the baby or the that's the substantive assumption. But say your propaganda, no, you can't do that. It has to be serious discussion. My dear sister, I didn't there. You have a condition of the plane because I may imagine there. It be no problem because meaning that work baby, my president when you're scared on the airline that work UN. Answer some or your problem. Ma, what's that?
Or what kind of solution? So
the baby not Dennis Beckham. Ask now. Don't know how full plane that. Ask a bobo Odikan. Off of foam. Mobile. So yenyim zoko into worry for could the member of parliament that use our structures go to the national security but remember let's make it a serious discussion.
Oh there because
no on the no interject on what one don ko hon on you na for fraba us me crusade but crusade now doesn't have support and then you read something from an expert in a origin yes well, you have the respect in your man but Mr. conclude as someone can there yankoshe airline expect as so anybody can sit somewhere and write there or your Falcon you Googler Falcon not 8 hours you feel capacity ni na ebo hu ha sepede to plane so mama yemfa adeno call that angle. I'm saying that let's use our institution. Okay. Mr. Kay, I'm going to conclude
okay.
The president one for day, but every time a president go to Kwan, he gives the book UN. But ni Bibiano, there's accounts for it. Office of the President machine were recorded in WhatsApp. But when you sue Air Force One, the word about president security. American president Obama Kruma within 2 weeks when I'm Crawford Kruma. There's an advanced team. Yes, your president told to advanced team on to win now when then one call the same airline because I do call ma or kodo and the orcade uncle they be a 50 notebook. You cannot into money started. Because so Germany okay, maybe your Minister of Trade for Kramubwa. Free zones board for count, GIPC, A for count, because Orcon are BB specific. Okay,
so you play now before winning.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm in the Orcade be on can number or you can't say that because I don't know. People, Africa Free Continental Secretary, Africa Free Trade Continental Area B. Angola President, other President Orban, I'm the no Minister Bay or today, but because discussion of it, it's borders on that. Okay. So it needs to be focused.
I say to me, you to be near BIB and one about from the same.
That one they have to. That one I agree.
President, you too quiet. Me my public service. Any president said too quiet. Who a department and agency no own and plane. What am I saying? Man kasa department na kasa beto yama but we be shared in such a way say we be kwa kushia pe. Do you get me? And I do not think say president be kwa baby and entourage betimi 50 but 50 ni nya na ne betu kwan. what did they mention? Intimacy say I say made me believe it's an analysis of the situation and decide this as a Ghana here a bigger aircrafter. Of course, plane na edit 10 years. It's not like plane na yaton. There might be issues with it. You're making sure you're transparent about it. If the president needs a plane now, obey me, are comfortable.
And then the Nsroma and then
the president to be a baby.
Charles or Cromwell, Unia won't talk, Nana Benin Bisu. Udini Bako Sanka, I know anyway.
Now you know.
Me wo Charles Cromwell, Unia won't talk.
Nana Benin Unia won't talk Bisu.
Unia won't talk.
Yes, Charles Cromwell, Nana Benin Unia won't talk Bisu. 5.
Unkwa.
A person to from Kukwabeku.
Kukwabeku, and the Cromwell, Charles Cromwell, Unia won't talk, Nana Benin Bisu.
Nanabe. Say the guy named Moscow never come.
What's the original secretary NPP? And a fee, a person reading a Shanti Regional Communication Officer NDC, and an Anaya Gentua. Back on a champion Jantua, one also a general secretary, MCP, Pama Yukunu, one also Ebabekai and Sawaha, and I should be Dindi, a Jacobra Namono. Nana opare and afina ya bomu eye Nsroma dwagiri Saumu ahojo hene ene natrakonya ne eye okudan ntimi mamu nyina che ene anopei echeche busuafo ho ni nyina na nana obi sa men kan kire wo se tell Nana ya gentua that she should advise the ladies to close their legs. It's not the time that they open it. When open I
know they no correct.
I can't enter. Enti se ebe tu mema no for se mema no yentu ezipu no na ema no so etu omo so for se ezipu no hwe na se ebiebe ntu ma hwe na de adwene kwada nda bi ba won so katum na se ye nko na efefefe ehun be hia wo sa krofo ko mo wododo mi ni bebi omo firimpo ye wa ya no ma Adekye Nsroma ye basa nto so ya kra mo da bu nyina ase ama mu de hwe